Hey folks, it's Force here, back out in the shop tonight. Ain't getting a whole lot done tonight because one, it just got done raining. It's about 11:30, and so I can't do any real case sealing, anything with motor seal, because with the humidity as high as it is in this open shop. I mean, you know, y'all see my shop, there ain't nothing but a little throw together building. Humidity being at, like, I'd probably say it's at 80% now, probably 90. The motor seal dries very, very quickly if you're in that high of humidity. I don't know if y'all have ever dealt with it before, but it dries very, very quickly. So that leaves out the Husqvarna 1100. Can't do it tonight. Probably gonna be able to hit it on Wednesday. We're supposed to have a couple dry days, so hopefully the humidity go down where I can seal it up without it trying to do it within literally, it's like 30 seconds, 45 seconds, and that stuff's already darn near dry at this high of humidity. So hopefully Wednesday. As far as our Husqvarna or Husqvarna G372, I'm still waiting on a piston. Should be here, I think, either tomorrow or Tuesday. Tomorrow's Monday. And we'll be able to cut our intake timing, do our transfer work, and put it back together. Get it back rolling. It was running good, but I think it had some more in it, so I think it needed the compression for how I did my transfers. Transfers aren't perfect, but knife edged, back cut. I don't know if y'all see that. I back cut the interior wall, so it's got a fair amount more case compression. But so yeah, I think it needs more compression out of that pop up, and then I'll work on my intake and exhaust from there. Probably just gonna cut my intake timing, and the exhaust will be what it is. Or, sorry, cut the intake timing, and then if I need to adjust the exhaust on the cylinder, then I will. So, can't really work on that tonight. You see it's taking up most of my bench. As far as the OEM steel crankcase half, or OEM steel 044 crankcase that I got that y'all saw, that I'm gonna build a original 044 cylinder case, body parts, everything like that. Ran into an issue that I'll show y'all right here. When I took it apart, did not see this because it was so gummed up. This part of the case, that part of the case was cracked. And when I went to pop it apart, and I didn't see it the other night, it popped off. So now the oil tank has a huge gouge in it. I mean, it's got a broken out piece probably about that tall. So this flywheel side of the case is junk. Nothing I can do with it. Trying to track one down now. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to try to find either a OEM 044 or 440 case, or 046 or 460 case flywheel side to use, since this one's junk. I said the clutch side case is fine. It was perfectly fine, but that had a crack in it. When I pulled it apart, I didn't see it. It popped off. And when I was going to press out the bearings is when I saw it. So, there's that. Next update on the channel is, this is that aftermarket case 044 we put the stock body parts on. Well, I decided to order up some aftermarket body parts just so it'll be, so everybody will know this is a true aftermarket 044. The only thing that is original off the other saw is the handle, which the handle is tweaked, but you can see with a non-tweaked gas tank, look at our gap now. Pretty darn straight, I'd say. The only reason it's leaning a touch this side to the clutch side just because this handlebar, like I said, it's tweaked and it's starting to tweak my handle. I'm hoping I've got a different handlebar already ordered up. Hopefully it'll be here in the next day or two so we can get that going. Put that on and this will be ready to go. This still haven't gotten a chance to fire it. Hopefully maybe tomorrow I can fire it or the day after. But it does have some pretty decent compression for being, I think exhaust is at 99. And it, like I said, it hasn't run any gas through it. So brand new rings, no gas through it, hasn't seated in at all, and that's the exhaust at 99. So I imagine it's probably 150 to 165 on compression. Probably 140, 145 right now, maybe. So we'll just have to see. Yeah, I'll go ahead and show you how it's tweaking that handle. You'll be able to see it like that. See how the handlebar's tweaked and it's tweaking up the end of this? I don't know, yeah, you can see it there. See how it's already tweaking it to the side a little bit? It's because this handlebar's bent. I've tried to straighten it out 3 times now, and this is the best I've gotten it with what I've got on hand. So probably gonna pull that off just so it doesn't tweak the rest of my gas tank. That way it doesn't tweak it and we'll end up in the same spot we're in. Do have another gas tank for the OE 044. The only thing that's going to be aftermarket on it will be the gas tank handle assembly. That's it. The rest of it's going to be stock. But this one, all the parts seem to fit fairly well. The trigger mechanism, I say works fairly well. It's a little sticky, but we can oil it up and I think it'll be just fine. Yeah, it's got just a little stick right there. So yeah, it's a little sticky right there. I have to work with a little bit. Coming from high to regular, got just a little stick to it. But clutch fully closes. Wasn't doing that just a minute ago. I don't know what I done did to it. It's got it tweaked up now. I'll pull it apart real quick and we'll see. Just doing a little quick channel update. Alright, so we're still on high. Supposed to, yeah, hit your button. It's supposed to, but for some reason it is not. Pull this off real quick. That way it's in good shape. I think if anything I might have, it's just a touch tight. Let's try that. Okay, full. Nope, she still ain't doing what she's supposed to. I just have to remember that. It's a little funky. But there. Just have to play with it a little bit. Just have to play with it a little bit. It was working fine earlier, but Just have to remember, it's not going to automatically pop up for us like it's supposed to. We'll just have to guide it up. That ain't no issue. Just like doing it from full choke to 3/4 choke or high idle, and then down to stock idle. Did put a new air filter on it, aftermarket. There's that. I did use the steel pre-filter on it. What else we got? Been thinking about possibly selling some saws. There's some that I just don't use. Truly, I got a McCulloch Pro 55 if anybody's interested. What else would I get rid of? Got another farm saw I'd probably let go. I got 2 of them. I'll let one of them go. I got one real nice one. What else? Probably let one of my 510s go. That's a McCulloch 510 at 70 cc's. I'd say the stock one, not the ported one. Then I may let go of my other Pro 1010. So there's a couple saws I may let go. I've got some part saws if anybody wants them. I got a Partner 420. Needs a rear handle and a top cover. Other than that, it's fairly complete. What else do I got? Probably let go of one of that Homelight XP 1000 that I got that I'm going to redo. If you want me to, I'll get it running for you. I don't know if I'll ever get a chance to really get into that. But I might up here soon once I get this 372 done. Make sure this gets going and get on that OEM 044 that I'm going to build, and that Husqvarna 1100/2100. It's got 2100 cylinder on it now. What else? I think that's about all I got for tonight as far as channel updates. Like I said, I can't do much because this guy's tore apart on my bench. As soon as I get that piston in, we can get this guy put back together, get it back in rotation. I've had the Dolmar in the back of the truck the last couple of days. So honestly, I ain't had to use it, but it's been in the back there. I've also put the Johnson 920 in the back for a couple of days last week. What else? Yeah, once we get done with this, if I can find a case half for that original 044, and I will do one original case half. I would like to find one. Then we will put that on the bench, put bearings in it, new crank, make the case halves, and then build it from there. That'll be next up. Along with that Husqvarna 1100, I can do those kind of simultaneously. Then next up on the channel will be something I bought that I may end up selling or may not. We'll see. I picked up a really cheap Johnson 820. The only difference between that and the 920, 930 is 820, 830 is 80.6 cc's or 80.7. It's almost 81, where the 920s are 87. So there's a very small cc gap between those models and their exact same case. Like I said, I picked that one up really cheap. It's got pretty good compression. May just port it, throw some seals in it, and play around with it. I may sell it. I may just throw it back together and sell it. If anybody's interested in a Johnson 820, that's exactly like mine, 920. It's just 80 cc's versus 87. So yeah, that'll be coming up. If not, if I do decide to sell it and nobody wants it on the channel, then I'll probably throw it on eBay. Y'all see it on there. And I'll have video of it running. I gotta get video of all these running. This one, aftermarket 044, the 1100. I got a bunch I gotta run. And got some other saws. We'll be getting back on some McCullochs again up here soon. Want to port another 1010 I have. It's another right hand start, but it'll be a factory 50cc, 54cc saw. Then got some work I'm going to do on my Big Max, my 740, which is 99 cc's. That'll be coming back on the channel. I don't think I really showed much on it before. Then we got, if I don't sell that Homelight XP1000, we're going to port that one, the parts one I got, put it back together. What else? Then y'all gonna see me doing a bunch of running. So it's like I said, I got plenty I need to run. I want to show y'all that 920 Dalmar. Dalmar's running good. Ever since I put that vented gas cap on it, it runs real nice. Don't have to crack open the gas cap anymore. Just put it, usually I don't even have to use choke. I just pull it out where it hits on high idle, put the choke back in, 3 pulls, and it's gone. It's ready to rock and roll. So it is building a little bit of pressure, but not enough to make it flood anymore. Granted, it is still running a Walbro carb off a 372, so there is that. Yeah, like I said, it's running pretty darn strong. The 920 cranks up 3rd pull every time. Still got to run that 045 AV that we did the other week. We'll fire it up here soon. Probably gonna fire it and this 440 up. I guess it's closer to a 440 than it is 044, this aftermarket case. It's got a 440 cylinder on it, and the case is 440. All the body parts are 440. So that'll be a 440, and we're gonna have a OEM 044. Literally OEM cylinder, OEM crankshaft. The only thing, it's going to be the fuel tank handle assembly, and the piston. I could not track down the OEM piston for these, but I did find I have this straight fin cylinder that came on it, which is in great shape. I mean, it's perfectly fine. I can use it, clean up the carbon up top and use it. Or I picked up honestly it's pretty cheap. I'm going to have to do a little work to it. It does have a little bit of scoring off in it, but really cheap slant fin 044, and it's in really good shape. Besides, it's got a little bit of scoring in it, but I can show y'all how I go about fixing that. I mean, I had a really bad scored up cylinder in that Pioneer P42 y'all seen me run, that I like to run on the channel. I may still have the piston for it. Let me see. I had it at one point. I might have gotten rid of it now. Oh, there it is. I believe somebody had straight gassed it before. This was the old piston that was in it, and that P42. And y'all see it. Just destroyed it. Cylinder looked about the same. Same on the intake side. I mean, y'all see, it was just awful. It was awful. But I was able to clean it up and reuse that cylinder. Granted, is it the greatest compression? No, it's not. It does not have very good compression, but it runs, and it runs very hard. It's probably got 145. It's got about as much as this does. But granted, that one's been ran a lot. It's broken in. I put new rings in it, but like I said, it's had some scoring in it. Cleaned it up, but it still had some scoring in it. So that's about all the updates I got for tonight. Probably will piddle around on a couple other saws that I have sitting around here that need some work to get back running, like some crank seals, stuff like that. Nothing real fun and exciting, but I mean, heck, y'all can see just me that little bit of work, and you can see how sweaty I am. I ain't done much. Literally just changed the handle on this, put the body parts on it, body coverings on it, and that was it. And I'm about drenched in sweat. But that's about all the updates I got on projects tonight and what's up to come. If y'all are interested in any of those saws I was talking about possibly selling or trading, I'd be interested in trading too, I reckon. Trying to thin out some of the herd. I got way more than I'll ever run. And I don't need multiples. The only reason I picked up multiples is because they were really cheap. But hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you don't mind, hit that like button. If you liked what you saw and want to see more, hit that subscribe button. We'll see y'all in the next one. Thanks, y'all. Bye.